back to Otoshi Monologues, my excuse to talk, rant, and embarrass myself in front of all of y'all. Today we have the Fake Five's final hangout of the study abroad experience. It's the last day before some people start their solo traveling journeys, so here's our last hurrah in Tokyo. And in case you don't remember these fantastic humans that I've been traveling around with for the past couple months, here are their names and faces one more time. Today I have lunch in Shinjuku and explore Yoyogi Park with Riku and Julian before meeting up with Bing and Shion for dinner and a karaoke party. Then I head back to the dorms for a candy sushi making session as I wallow in my sorrows that all my friends are leaving. Well, let's jump into it. Last day with the squad. Let's go. Julian and I headed to Shinjuku to meet up with Riku because he got to stay at a fancy hotel with his parents. So we waited outside the Gap in Taiyaki area, and some strange dude is coming toward us. Hold on, we know that dude. Riku, what happened to your head? Looks like you finally got a haircut. I'll leave it at that. No further comment. I really wanted to eat some tsukemen, especially after the amazing experience at Enji and Kichijoji. So I found this place called Tatsu Noya. It also has really good reviews, and they do ramen and tsukemen. Right off the bat, this place got a lot of points because they had these really good sesame oil seasoned bean sprouts, like the Korean banchan dish, that was free and on endless supply. Endless! In this gigantic tub on the table. And then you keep filling up your little dish from the big dish over there. And then my tsukemen, 950 yen. But that dipping soup looks kinda jank. Low-key looks like vomit, but we don't judge based on looks. That's rude. But let's hurry and add these green onions. And bam! Wow. Doesn't it look good now? Looks like some fancy porridge now, doesn't it? And that's the power of green onions. The blobs that look like rice are actually little fat globs. And those larger light brown chunks are crispy rendered pork fat. I apologize about this camera angle, but trying the soup first, it was extremely salty and completely different than that other time I had tsukemen. The broth is significantly thinner, so let's see if the noodles can hold on to any of the soup. If my memory serves me correctly, the noodles didn't hold the dipping sauce very well, which maybe is better because the bite overall wasn't too salty anymore. Meat was also pretty good. Overall, I remember liking this place, but I can't seem to remember much about the particular flavors. At this point, a lot of noodle shops just kind of blend together in my memory. But this place does have a special roast pork donburi that I gotta try a bite of, and that got a pretty good reaction out of me. So if you ever find yourself at Tatsunoya, get that donburi thing. And it might be better to stick with their ramen over their tsukemen. But still, 9 out of 10 because of those bean sprouts. With our bellies full, we head over to Yoyogi Park. But first...
Who's that Pokemon?
It's Piplup! Japan, specifically the Yamanote JR line, you're great. Now time for Yoyogi Park, which is a pretty large park between Shinjuku and Shibuya. And here's a quick montage of the scenery. We have this really cool sake wall where each one of those barrel things is some brand of alcohol. And then this side is like an informational wine structure leading to the Meiji Jingu, aka the Meiji Shrine. Wow! Wow! Shrine panoramas. They were selling votive tablets where you write a wish or prayer on this wooden panel thing, and then you tie it up to this wall and leave it at the shrine so you can send your desire to the kami-samas so they can help you. Personally didn't feel the need to pray to the kami-samas today, partially because the line was insanely long, but if it strikes your fancy, they got votive tablets at Meiji Shrine. And now we continue our park stroll, walking through all these trees that are truly in fall mode. Whoa, this map says that there are big water fountains. Let's go. And congratulations. Here are our big water fountains. Riveting, isn't it? It is a big water fountain. It's just that not much water is currently fountaining. That thing over there though looks like a big water fountain. They were these geyser-like things on some timer in the pond which they have in the middle of the park. Wow, I am content.
We stopped this program to bring you Japanese creatures. First, we have this itty-bitty birdie that sort of camouflages into the dirt. Watch it bounce its tail up and down to some unknown beat. Can you hear something that I can't, Mr. Birdie? If the camera work was better, we could have stopped to admire the nice black and white coloration of this bird. But instead, we just watch it fly away before we can get in a decent shot. Next, we have this lovely Japanese golden retriever. Watch as its super fluffy fur sways back and forth as the dog trots along. We never got a picture of its face, but let's say it looked something like this. This doggo was so sweet and came up to Chris and let him pet it as its owner passed by. Chris reports, "It was so soft. Aw, there the nice doggy goes across the fallen pile of leaves. Goodbye, Inu. Parting is such sweet sorrow." However, lucky for Chris, the doggy came back, not only once, but also as Chris and friends exited the park. The fluffy golden retriever was there, greeting a Shiba. What a friendly doggo indeed. This has been Japanese Creatures.
After following that lovely golden retriever out of the park, we passed some active construction on our way over to Shimokitazawa to meet Shion for a cafe stop with this cute almond latte, before heading back to Shinjuku to meet Bing for dinner, where they decorated these trees with lights. Allow me to pause on Eric, because if you're gonna try that hard to jump into the frame, I think you deserve a freeze frame this time. And then for contrast, look at Bing and Julian with their nice, very socially acceptable, smiling faces. For dinner/izakaya time, we went to a place called Tengu Sakaba, where I had this very lovely garlic fried rice and some way overly salty chicken karaage. The karaage might have been a little disappointing, 6 out of 10, but that garlic rice, 10 out of 10. It was full of garlic oily goodness and had red chili peppers sprinkled into it, which gave it a nice kick. And last family dinner pano of 2019, cheese. Aww, typical Julian and Bing with their warm smiles. And typical Shion, food always comes first. And typical Riku face. Dang it, I'm really gonna miss you guys. Let's shift gears to karaoke before we get too sappy. Guys, why are we singing such a sad song?
Nothing I can say, a total eclipse of the heart.
We need to shift gears.
I'm a couple 100 miles from Japan tonight.
Well, still kind of a sad song, but at least it's on topic. Time for me to stay on brand and bust out the twice. There we go, twice, bringing up that energy. Indeed, it is always a good time. Here we are post karaoke, and for some reason, this happened. And then the inevitable finally came, as it was time for us to say goodbye. And here was my very bad attempt at a goodbye video. And here's our subpar goodbye selfie. Resolution may be low, but sentimental value, extremely high. Mata next time, Fake 5. This isn't the last time I'll see everyone, but it is the last time that we would all be together. And it's only because Riku was leaving to start his traveling. So, time for a well-deserved rest in peace roommate montage.
I remember you. I remember you. You know how to love me. I remember you. Don't let your
Thanks for tearing up the streets of Tokyo and experiencing that local Japanese culture. And now I wallow in my sorrows back to the dorms and attempt to cheer myself up with this gummy sushi making set. Because that's the best way to deal with sadness, right? Just distract yourself. As per usual, measure your water, pour your packets, mix things up. Then fill your container with the correct colored liquids. This set was not as good as the pop and cooking sets because you had to microwave a lot, and the liquids bubble over in the container and everything starts mixing. And then you have to wait for everything to set before you can assemble. Ain't nobody got time for that. So I try to cheat the system and I put everything in the freezer. But here's how things turned out. The sushi topping part looks okay. The rice, not so much. And assembly time. Wow, that salmon one looks good. And now cut to the finished product. Honestly, not too horrible. I think the included fish serving platter really helps it out. Look at this side by side. I'm actually high-key impressed with the similarity. Wow, good job, me. It even comes with this fake beer that was orange flavored, and let's make Bing try it first. It got a resounding neutral opinion. And now, itadakimasu. The aftertaste is funky, like any other artificial fruit-flavored kids' candy. Definitely don't recommend this set for eating purposes, but as an arts and craft project, pretty cool. With my sushi making distraction completed, the final hangout day of the Fake 5 has officially ended. But we live on forever in whiteboard form, or at least until somebody erases us. But there we are. Apparently my defining feature is that I love twice. They're not wrong. And then I headed back to my room, again seeing the sad sight that Riku was gone forever. But we still got a couple days left in Japan, and we're gonna make the most of it. Thanks for watching my last hurrah with these wonderful humans I met during my study abroad experience, and hope you'll come back to see what the last few days have in store for me. Have a wonderful day and night, and I'll talk to y'all next time I do something interesting. Mata next time! Last day with the squad. So